Christopher Ward's biggest release to date, the Loco. I have all 4 versions hands-on to show you guys all 4 colors. I have straps, I have bracelets, I have everything to show you guys. I'm really excited about this video because I actually ordered one of these watches. I have not yet received mine. I do have all 4 of them samples to show you guys. So let's flip the camera and take a look at all 4 new Locos from Christopher Ward. So here we are. I have all 4 colors. I have all 4 colors of the straps, and I also have a bracelet that I could show you guys really quickly. This is the Loco, the C12 from Christopher Ward. Christopher Ward's biggest release to date. This is their second in-house caliber. This is the CW003. It's hand wound, and it is a very good looking movement in my opinion. The purpose here, the reason why they made this movement is because they wanted to put a free sprung balance with the hairspring on display on the front of the dial. So all the action here is on the front of the dial. On the back of the dial, it is beautiful, but it's not as exciting as the front of the dial. And really, that's what you're looking at all the time. But I have to be honest, when you flip over this watch, it is very, very nice. There isn't a lot of action because you don't have continuously moving parts, but it is still really nice to look at. You're getting 144 hours of power reserve with this movement. It is hand wound. You have to wind it for a while, but you do get 6 days of power reserve, which is insane, especially at the price point. This is what Christopher Ward do best. They are offering high-end watchmaking at affordable prices. I use the word affordable. I know a lot of people are going to jump on me in the comments saying this is not an affordable watch, but if you look at this watch and compare it to much more expensive watches, this is technically an affordable watch. Because any other name on this dial, this watch would cost in the tens of thousands of dollars, not in the thousands of dollars. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm not going to argue with people in the comments. I think this is affordable. Maybe you don't. Totally understand that, and I totally understand where you're coming from. The dial is very symmetrical. You could put a line down the center of the dial and fold it over, and it would completely match. The dial has 3 separate rings, 3 separate circles, but there really is no dial here. It's the movement. So everything that is colored is really the movement. That orange, that's actually the movement. There's really just a little bit of dial on here, and that's at the 12 o'clock position. It is a ring with indices that are sitting on top of a sapphire disc. That's it. You have hands that are in the center of that, and they are almost floating. You could even see a gear behind there, which looks really cool. Below that, you have the free sprung balance. There is a beautiful structure holding it. It looks gorgeous. Very bespoke looking, not like anything that Christopher Ward have done in the past. You have 4 screws on the top of the dial. There is sort of a top portion of the dial and then a bottom portion of the dial. The top portion has that disc for the dial, for lack of a better term, and then there is the bottom portion, but everything is on different planes. So it is a very layered dial, even though, again, there really is no dial here. You also get a very high boxed sapphire crystal to sort of make space for all the action that's going on the front of the dial. You have a 12 case, so this is somewhat different from the 12, somewhat different from the 12X. There are some slight design differences between the two, but yes, it is definitely recognizable as a 12 case. This one is in stainless steel. I assume that they will eventually come out with this version in titanium. They said they're only going to use this movement in this watch. I have no idea if they will actually stick to that, but if they do, that is pretty impressive. If they don't, I completely understand that, and I would like to see this in other versions as well. I am sure that they'll come out with a bunch of different colors as well. Right now, my favorite happens to be the orange. I ordered the black. I loved it so much that I ordered the black. I ordered it on the orange strap with the bracelet. I always recommend getting the bracelet. The bracelet does have on the fly micro adjust. I always recommend getting a Christopher Ward bracelet because they make very nice bracelets and they usually aren't that much more expensive. So this one works just like the 12, just like the 12X. All you need to do is pull and you have micro adjust on both sides of the bracelet. That's really it. It gives you a few millimeters of space to grow or expand, and then of course you could just push those back and they go right back in. I really love Christopher Ward bracelets. Obviously you get quick release, screwed links, all of that good stuff with Christopher Ward because, you know, obviously they listen. They like to give you all of the specs. Like I was saying before, the movements here, they're all the same color. So really, it's just the dial side of the movement that is being painted. So this is orange on this side, but it is the same color as the black dial on the underside. So when you flip over the black dial, you're going to see that same movement on the orange because they are exactly the exact same color. I think that kind of makes sense because if they were to color it, I think it might cheapen it a little bit, maybe look a little bit weird. I like that they made all of the movements the same color. Makes a lot of sense to me. Really nice straps on here. They're very flexible, very soft, and you get a deployant buckle. I wonder if they'll ever offer this without a deployant buckle, because some people don't like a deployant buckle. I get that. I don't know if they'll ever offer that. Maybe one day they will. There's the black version on the orange strap on my 7.5 inch wrist. This is around a 13.8 millimeter thick watch. It's under 41 millimeters, so 40.8 is what I've measured, somewhere in that range. 43 millimeters lug to lug, but if you include the strap, because you do have like a male and link on there, it's like 50 millimeters. But it doesn't wear like a 50 millimeter because it turns down so nicely. And look at that on my 7.5 inch wrist. That strap is awesome. I highly recommend the straps. I highly recommend the bracelet as well because the bracelet is so well made. And I'll show you the bracelet in just a second. Let me show you the other watches on my wrist. And there is the white on my 7.5 inch wrist. This was originally what I ordered. I canceled that order and then I went and ordered the black version. But I mean, you know, I think the white looks great, but I don't think it's great for me because it will get dirty. I have little kids. They have grubby little hands and they're constantly grabbing at everything. I think a white strap just doesn't work for me. And I think this looks best on the white strap in my opinion. I think you put it on a black strap, it would look really good as well, but I don't know. Something about the white strap with the white dial. It's just a very bright look. I like that. And here is the orange. Probably, I think, my favorite dial right now out of the 4 watches. I still really like the black dial, especially on that orange strap, but this is a really nice orange. I like the tone that they used. It doesn't look too bright. It's not too dark. I think it's perfect. And you get a little bit of different oranges when you move it around in different light. And there is the blue on the blue strap. Probably, like I said, my least favorite out of the 4 watches. I think it's really good looking nonetheless, but it's really not for me. I think that blue is just the wrong tone for my taste. But that's really it. Price on these, if it said Moser on the dial, this is easily a $30,000 watch, but it's not. It says Christopher Ward, so it's $4,595 on the strap as you see it. If you want the bracelet, it's $4,825. So under $5,000 for what looks like a watch that costs tens of thousands of dollars. Well, there you go. Lume is exactly the same on all of them because they all have the same lume. Even the white version has the same lume. It's just that the indices are in a different color in black. That's the only difference. Really good lume on here. Not incredible considering that it is a Christopher Ward, but this is a dress watch. It is not a sports watch because you are only getting 30 meters of water resistance. You still get a screwed-in crown, so this is not really a sports watch. It's an integrated bracelet dress watch. So not a lot of water resistance, but that is okay because obviously it's a really good looking watch and you're getting a lot for your money here. No running seconds, no seconds hand, so obviously no lume. Cannot see that your watch is working in the dark unless you could see the balance wheel a little bit with a little bit of light, otherwise you're not going to see that it's working. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm really happy to get all 4 versions in for a hands-on video. I will do plenty of close-up videos of these dials so you can see them, because they are pretty impressive, and especially the movement as well. I'll do plenty of videos and photos for you guys to check out. That's really it, guys. Thank you for logging on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next video.